How do you connect people with God? You take them into the story, His story, and you help them to explore the world from there. Hi, I'm Wesley Brainard, Artistic Director of Character Ministry of the Arts and creator of Luke Comes to Life. Since 1999, I've been carving out a sacred space through scripture telling. And in part one of Storytelling for Pastors, I began sharing some of my favorite theatrical tools that I hope you will use when you are telling stories. We spoke about taking on elements of character and the 4 devices that help create the framework for the people in your story. In this video, we're moving to tools number 2 and number 3 to put breath and life into the people in our story. In part 3, we'll look at some examples and learn how to implement these tools to enhance your storytelling in the context of your teaching and preaching. Why should you invest time learning and practicing and developing your storytelling? One reason is that the difference between a story told in a mediocre way and the same story told in a crafted way with rich emotion and wonderfully expressive is that you have the potential of leaving people with the feeling that they were there. So, tool number 2, charge the character with thought. Marcel Marceau says that the art of mime is about thinking and feeling. And while here we're not talking about pure mime, we're using a device at the heart of lyric mime to enrich our storytelling. Thought will naturally compel emotion. You see, before human beings emote, we must process what is going on. That is where thinking comes in. Thinking will give authenticity to the emotion we express. As we show our character thinking, we let our audience in to see what is making our character tick. Tool number 3, charge that character with feeling and emotion. If you've done well with tool number 2, tool number 3 will follow easily. Emotion is better pulled than pushed. That is, if your thought is strong and engaging, the appropriate emotion will follow. If you feel yourself pushing emotion, go back to number 2 and use more of your imagination to think. Engage your thinking with more intensity. See vividly in your mind's eye. Step back. Take a moment to examine the implications of your character's thought. Ask, what might this character be thinking? What else might this character be thinking? How would that make him or her feel? That examination, I contend, will bring you to a strong and authentic emotion. One of the most fruitful ways to help young actors learn what acting is in a fundamental way is an exercise called the Contentless Scene. In this exercise, I give every actor in the workshop a copy of a simple, short script. I assign 2 of them to read it out loud. It usually goes something like this. Hi. Hello. What did you do last night? Oh, not much. How about you? Oh, watched a little TV. Anything good? Well, no, not really. See you later. Okay. So no matter how fantastic the actors are, the first time through, the result is uninspiring. But then I give the actors 3 intentions. the rejection of a friendship. Father and daughter at breakfast after she's been out late the night before. The rejection of a friendship. And I ask the actors to choose one of these intentions and to use the script without changing a word to communicate the thoughts and the ideas. It usually goes something like this. Hi! Hello. What did you do last night? Watched a little TV. Anything good? Well, no. Not really. See you later. Okay. So what do you think happens? This dull 9 lines of nothingness becomes something of a story. It becomes engaging. No one wants to look away. It's a bit astonishing. So phase 2 is in 2 parts. In the first part, the students remain seated. And in the second part, they get up, put it on the stage, and use action and gesture to complete the exercise. The fundamental revelation from this exercise is how little the words they speak actually matter. It's called the Contentless Scene for a reason. There's just nothing there. A discovery ensues. A discovery that it matters much more how I say something, the thought and feelings that charge every moment. When actors are forced to employ thought and feeling within the confines of a focused exercise like this one, they very naturally enter a world of rich thought and feeling that pulls the observer in. Thought and feeling are tools that anyone can use to make moments in storytelling richer and more memorable. Not all thought leads to emotion, right? But some thought compels me to feeling and emotion. Great storytellers use the thought that leads to emotion to create engaging, believable, authentically rich moments that give their audience a taste of a new world in that moment. In part 3, I'm going to give you some examples of how taking on elements of character and then charging that character with thought and feeling can increase the connectivity of your story with your church family. Thank you for joining me for part 2. I'll see you on the next video. God bless you richly.